Welcome to the cool show. We got Pomona in the build. Talking about the aliens, we talk about the crib. Talking about the game bang and talk about the prison. Whatever's on the mind, we can start this new edition. The cool show.
I was listening to, what is it? Bomb First. I was listening to Bomb First, which Reggie Wright Jr. does. And he tells a story about a fight between my dad and Suge in the studio. And he's in the story, he says that Suge kicked my dad's ass.
Right.
Now, when I was at Jewel's house, Jewel had told me that my dad had got the best of Suge. But I'm watching as it's going. I'm watching this and I'm listening to this. So I don't have no problems with Reggie. Like I don't have no problems with Reggie personally. You know what I mean? Like the past is the past. So I'm typing and I'm like, man, I think you got that story wrong. That's all I say. Is I think you got that story wrong. But the damage is done. Because this was when he first started. So when he first started, he used to go in all the comments and debate people. So I knew my comment was coming up because he was arguing with everybody. So he got to my comment and he was like, yeah, you're right. Omar got the best of Suge. But the damage was done because everybody was like, Omar Bradley, how'd you like it when Suge whooped your ass? And I, you know, first of all, I'm not the Omar Bradley that you think I am. And secondly, read the comments. And that's the danger of social media and these internet platforms, because people can say things and then when people watch this, they don't read the comments. So it was a whole bunch of people for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like I had to stop watching YouTube because people was commenting and I was in this and it bing. There was a reply to your comment. Bing. There was a reply to your comment. Bing. There was a reply to your comment. The Suge got knocked out by the barber, but when Suge got knocked out by the barbers, Suge was old and drunk. This happened when Suge was at the height of his, you know, Suge was doing his thing. You know, Death Row was doing their thing. So he tells the story right. My dad was there because my dad was a mentor. You know, my dad taught at Linwood. And Suge liked to play, and Suge liked to play fight. And my dad had a fedora on, and Suge knocked his fedora off. Just knocked his hat right off his head. He was like, Suge, I don't feel like playing. You know, and Suge wanted to slap box and play around. And then he tried to get rough because he outweighed my dad by a little bit and he was taller a little bit. And then he took a swing and then my pops gave him a 2-piece and he couldn't breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? And it was over. It didn't go no further than that. You know, but let Reggie tell the story. It was a whole thing where Suge had put paws on my dad, and then, you know, they had to drag my dad. It turned into a whole soap opera episode. And I was like, damn, for real? You know what I mean? Like who says this? Who says, but had I not been there to catch it, to say something,
could have said anything.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the cool show. We got Pomona in the build. Talking about the